What is up, you guys? Hayden here, owner of Ocean Spray Services. This video is going to be going over the process for stripping, sanding, and resealing pavers. So these pavers were pretty messed up, a lot of blotchy, faded spots, and peeling spots from the previous solvent-based sealer that the homeowner applied. So what we're going to first do on day one is we're going to be applying our stripper in segments just to prevent it from drying out on us. This day one is probably the most tedious process. We have to turbo nozzle all of it off after we apply it with a roller. That's the only application for this specific stripper that I used, and the only way to take it off is with a turbo nozzle inch by inch because a surface cleaner just won't clear it up. Now that the pavers are all clean and the pre-existing sealer is all gone, we can now let those pavers dry overnight and move on to day two of the process. Now that the pavers are fully dried and cleaned, we can now start sanding the joints before we apply our new sealer. As you see, I did a mixture of wet sanding and dry sanding. I just found it to be the most effective way to get it done quickest. I made sure to get all the sand in the joints at an even height right below the lip, because once we start our sealing process, it's going to be sealed up, locking the sand in place, creating more stabilization for the pavers. After the pavers have been fully sanded and are now dry, we can do a walkthrough and just remove any unwanted sand that we do not want sealed. Now that the pavers have been fully prepped, sanded, and they're dry, we can now move on to our sealing process. We're going to first start by doing a flood coat. The flood coat is a ratio of 3 to 1, so 3 parts water to 1 part sealant. Then we're going to move on to our final coat. So our final coat is a 50-50 ratio, so 50% water and 50% sealant. You're more than welcome to play around with those ratios for your desired sheen. I just stuck with those ratios because that is what the manufacturer called for. So that's just what I did here. But you're more than welcome to do 50-50 for both, which will basically up the sheen look. The sun is going down on us, y'all, but that doesn't matter. As long as we get the job done and done right, that is all that matters. I know I said this would be a 2-day process, but 48 hours later after applying that sealant, we're going to come check out our amazing results. My client was so thrilled to see his pavers. He never thought they could look this good again. They have a vibrant new look to them, they are protected, and the joints are sanded, locking those pavers in place for years to come. My client was so happy with the results, he's actually having me come back next week to seal the back patio. So follow along to see that process, and this is how we do it at Ocean Spray Services.